Living Torah is made possible by the Print House.
This disc is dedicated in loving memory of Mrs. Basi Azimov by the Chabad Lubavitch Shluchim to France. This program is dedicated in honor of our Shluchim, Rabbi Yisrael and Rachel Landau, and their family.
Hi, my name is Mendel Schmuckler.
And I am Mendel Lieberov.
And we go to Dachem Menachem School in Crown Heights. Every Friday afternoon, we watch Living Torah together with the entire school.
I look forward to it every week.
I'm really excited to be celebrating 10 years of Living Torah.
Please join me.
And celebrate with us.
Some have the impression that much of Jewish law involves topics that are not relevant to the average person on the average day. Here, the Rebbe dispels the notion with an extraordinary lesson from a seemingly obscure halachic ruling.
Al Piteres Abal Shemte Benagil Chol Inyanim Shebeila. Is a jeder sagt do a hiro in anini vreise le shamish skeni in vodo so ze chizruk in dem le shamish skeni alachas kame ve kame a yinische beteira. Wo de erste Halache was heeft dort noch. Hab ich dort zwei Menschen. Was einer hat a Tarnegelis und der zweite hat Beim. Und genommen die Beim und hat so gegeben, den Ball hat Tarnegelis gedei. Aber die Tarnegelis soll sie warmen und warmen, bis wann nicht von der Beim wird werden, Frechim und Hiner. Und sie werden damit vernandert und zwischen sich dem Rewer. Weil der sehr, wie das ist in der Min von Behemes, als nimmt eine kleine Beheme und geht das echt dort zu der Reihe, als soll mit ihr sich abgeben und passen ihr, bis wann sie Test wachsen und werden eine große Beheme, weil sie voneinander teilen dem Rewer. Wo das ist ein Dover Apostel, aber Nass gehen macht mit dem Geschäft, die Schutwiss. Der Haloch ist aber mäßig bei sie, der, was geht die Beheme oder die Sajochen, die kleine Beheme ist, darf ihm geben, mit seine Uschara Mole. Was da hat man klar der Limud in Avedes Oder, wie der Mond früh von Eitz Chaim, was fragt klar bis Chilosse, was der Tachlis von Bries Kol Heilmis. Und es mit Weiber sehr, wie gebawusst tegen, weil die, was lernen, nicht in Kabbalah, aber das auch gebracht in Chassidus. Und bekamen mit Chemis in Samachwov und Kajitzi Basé. Also sehr wie Friede gewähnt, die Kirches von den Meibischten, bis Schleimusom, worum dort seine sie in der Leben, was sie nicht außer Und der Eibischter gewollt, als sie sollen nicht Gadel werden und sollen nicht Galle werden, bis wann nicht, als sie werden, sollen stehen, Begolui, a viele Beilen, als tachten in Elam Abschad, in Elam Asir. Und der Pfarrer gewähnt, der Seder Gestaltschulus, was wir sagt in Tani, das nicht gewähnt in der Elmische Bintaim, a viele nicht zu Elam Asilus. Und darf zu dem Elam Asir tachten, weil in alle Elmisse, dass ihr Riede will, der Melisbere. Maar schenken darf kein Elam Asir, die sollen nicht Galle werden in Elam Asir, die Echele Shalamaylo und die Keche Shalamaylo und der Kohle in Yonim Shalamaylo, und das gewähnt der Tachlis Bri Israel. Wo spiegelt sich das ab, an der Gehle Halache bepeil, aber schaße da Odem Hoeli, und hat Ayini, wo das war Jochel in der Nähe von Bey. Dort da bei Cheles an der Freya, und der Freya, der noch ist wachsen und wird werden, hat Arnegeles. was meilit beim, wo die Beim beim weiter meilit beim, ad seif kol aderis, weil der sehr, es ist doch Kirches, wie sie seine Berischisom, und dann noch darf man hoffen, als es von sie soll nicht Galle werden, und soll werden, an Nela Molle in Biesen, Nela Massi, was konnte das mit Maschi sein bei Jodai. Hat der Eberster gewollt und hat tiefer gegeben das. Aber da soll dann das Schüttif sein. Und geht es so ein paar Jeden, was gibt ihm an Nomen Rehe, wenn geht zu den Joni verbunden mit Balachayim, mit Chayus, Eber Machayim, und geht es Sieber zu Asamin, was hat a Scheiches, a Balat Arnegelis, hat in sich a Warmkeit. Und es Maschpie von der Warmkeit, in dem Mischorsim Schele, in Keich am Meise Schele, weil Lushim Schele, Keich am Dibu Schele, Keich am Machshove Schele, als sie sollen umwarmen, dem Dover, wo steht, beherren wir Hester, in dem Melon, bis wann es jetzt werden an der Freer, und der Freich wird werden a Tarnegel und a Tarnegelis, was werden angerufen, Bishem Gever, und was weg zu verjiden, wie die Gemorde erzählt in Chesim von Messichte Broches, als Jid soll Lust in Gleibach Azeis Alayla, o Jira HaShochar, Lave du Lishores Eskene, Azeis Layla, Okum Leidisloch, al Mishbet Zitkecha, Jid mit Teile zusammen. Und da passen top Teile, als nicht maßpik das, aber der Ried Maschlim sein, wie das. Und sie wird werden der Freie und der Tarnegel mit der Tarnegelis oder die Behemog Dele, weil ich so Peris Vichulu, wird damals als verstandig Atzme, als darf haben Achelik, wie Aschutiv, in der Woche, was zugetan. Man sagt schön aber gleich, als Ton gegeben hat die Arbeit, bekommen hat die Schutfes und die Schlichus von dem Ebersten, von dem Baal Habeim Quajochel und Baal Asejochen Quajochel, gleich darf ihm zustellen. Wir sehen, und das ist noch aber nicht maßig. Wir sehen, kommen noch sagen, darf haben. Als jene so haben, keich auf zu arbeiten, nicht das Ateliers vermerkt. Sagt man, wir sehen alleine nicht maßig, darf ihm geben, wir sehen, und darf ihm geben, Scharamole. Und danach, bis es kommen, le Mocher, le Kabel, Schorre. Ich darf echt voneinander teilen sich in dieser Woche. Und wie bald das redet sich wegen Aiden, was jeder Ried sagt sich die Gemorre in Baba Mitzvah, als Bedürfnis von Ben Avrom, von was darf ankommen, so das schlimme Bescheide. Wenn gewähnt am Melech, Mischel, die Kieper, weil das ist der Dick von Bescheide. Worum ist Ben Avrom, Yitzchak wie Yankiv und Bas, Sore, Rivke, Rochel, und Leo, ist davon verstandig, als sei mir Sehne, und Schar und Neche des Schar Amole darf das sein in der Neffen, wie das ist zugepasst, von dem Schute, wo der Eberster Quajochel hat genommen, was darf haben zu der Schleime beschaltet. Und danach in der Fund Gufe, zu die was dafür haben sie zu der Schleime beschaltet, der Vater das wird ihm geben, Keach, ab dienen dem Ebersten noch Biasa Seis und Biasa Reis.
want to bring you a message of deep respect, but our concern over the issue of the divisive effect that it is.
The what?
The divisive effect that it is having on the Jewish people, and particularly bring this to you from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we're deeply concerned about the politicizing of the issue.
You certainly know that that is an issue that was introduced and completed by Ben Gurion himself. And his reason was because he was willing that in Eretz Yisrael, all Jews will begin a new epoch and a new era, and in such a manner that there will be no divisiveness, it will be one people, and because of that he introduced only one manner of marriage, only one manner of divorce, only one manner of conversion. All these things, that is not a new thing now, it is for the old 40 years of the Jewish state of Eretz Yisrael, it is installed and invested. With all his prestige by Ben Gurion himself, and after that, after that fortified by the rabbinate, and he installed in Eretz Yisrael. And Chas v'Sholem, I hope you will use all of your influence not to bring in a divisive factor in Eretz Yisrael, that by God Almighty's miracles, he performed the biggest miracle, the Jewish people living together. 3 million or 4 million of them is the same land, the same manner, have adopted the same manner of marriage, same manner of meal, of circumcision, same manner of divorce, the same manner of all good things, and one, as I said before, one people, one Torah, and one everyday life. And Chas v'Sholem to try to demolish that and bring in the divisiveness that existed in the United States or in England or in other countries, and bring it in Eretz Yisrael. There you must introduce reconstructionists, you must introduce reformers, you must introduce conservative, you must introduce modern orthodoxy, you must introduce orthodoxy itself, and then you must introduce also, that is now a new movement, that everyone, without difference, if he declared that he is a Jew, he must be registered as a Jew, receive automatically all privileges of a Jew, not only as of a citizen of Eretz Yisrael, but as a Jew. And that means there must be no difference at all between all these things. If you will ask by a reconstructionist, and you ask a reformer about a reconstructionist, he will answer you that he cannot acknowledge the conversion by a reconstructionist. The same thing you will answer you a conservative about the conversion of the reformer. And the same thing, as I said before, it has no end. Because then you must split Eretz Yisrael not in 3 movements. You must split it, as I said before, Orthodox, the conservative, the reformer, reconstructionist, and all these will declare today or tomorrow that they are Jews.
We have the same objective. I think that our methods may be slightly different, but I thank you.
But I hope that you will become a messenger of me also, not only of Mr.
I will take your message back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
In good spirit and the Hanukkah spirit.
Yeah.
You know, secondly, the Hanukkah has a menorah of 7 candles and the 8th one.
Right.
And that is explained in the commentary of the Bible, because each symbolizes all the movement that can exist between the Jew Jews that all this movement must be Zohar Kul, that means pure gold, and done by Moses and his brother Aaron, and they were accepted by all the Jewish people for all the generations. You included and certainly you are included. You are included.
Thank you.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings. It's a privilege and a pleasure to meet you.
I give you
Yes.
something of that. That will be an extra for becoming my messenger.
Thank you.
Take that. I was giving you another
another
portion.
That means that you has an additional personality.
I'll be your shaliach.
Rabbi Shmuel Lew is a shliach in London, England.
Isru Chag Sukkot, the day after Simchas Torah, 1974, Tovshin Lamed Hey. It was a Thursday night. There had been a very exhausting schedule for the Rebbe, obviously the whole Yom Tiv, and especially Simchas Torah, the dancing and the Farbrengen and Koshel Bracha. And the next night was Shabbos Bereishis, and there was going to be a Farbrengen as well. And there was Yechidus that night. I went in with my son, Penny. He was 5 years old. I took him to New York that Tishrei. Rebbe spoke with the boy. And then he told me a number of things which I'd like to share. One thing he mentioned to me was I was working at that time with students. It was a year before I became headmaster. And the Rebbe had 1 month previously instituted a campaign for lighting Shabbos candles. And he said, you will meet people who keep nothing whatsoever, students and other such people. You should speak with them and ask them that they should light a candle for Shabbos. The only condition being that they should light it before sunset. And they will listen to the condition, because since the whole reason they're doing it is because I have a favor or out of deference to you, they will do it in the condition that you tell them as well. So you don't have to worry about that. The Rebbe then asked me, if I had heard from a certain person, a communal figure, recently. And I said, it happens to be I did, because I met Rabbi Bernhard from South Africa. At that time, he was not yet a Lubavitcher. I met Rabbi Bernhard. I knew him from South Africa. And he told me that he had met this person, and this person had very strongly criticized the Rebbe for his stance on the who is a Jew issue, about the law of return and the whole idea of Jewish identity, and on Soviet Jewry. And the Rebbe told me the reason that he says this is because somebody somebody has told him something negative about myself, that I criticized him. And the Rebbe said, Ich red nicht wegen Menschen, ich red wegen Shittas. Told me, I do not speak about personalities, I speak about ideas. And it's only because this person had given him the impression that I gave a personal attack on him. I might have spoken against things, implicit. In my mind, as the Rebbe is saying this, I said to myself, this man is the Rebbe, the leader of world Jewry, who's totally dedicated. Not only that, he's the best friend I have in the world, as a friend, somebody who's totally dedicated to you. And I decided, it's all within a split second. In that split second, I said to myself, as soon as I get back to England, I'm going to make an appointment with our communal figure and straighten this all out. As I'm thinking it, the Rebbe says, it's not a good idea that you should tell him that I told you about this. Now, I'm unfortunately a little bit of a wise guy. And in my own mind, the next second I said to myself, I'll get somebody else. I was desperate, to clear that person shouldn't have a negative feeling about the Rebbe. And I started thinking, I'll get Rabbi Vogel to go. And as I'm thinking, it's all within a second, the Rebbe says, it's not a good idea, you should ask somebody else to go and speak to him. Because I'm talking about something which was said at a private conversation, and that's not the point, he said. What the Rebbe said is, what the point is, that there are 613 mitzvahs in the Torah. One of them is Mi Yehudi. If this person will not work with us on Mi Yehudi, let him work together with us on the 612. And for me, that was not just a specific. He spoke to me about how to become close to that person and how to befriend him and how positive he was and his family and how they can be forces for good, and let's look for the unifying force. To me, this was a directive in life generally. Look always for that which you have in common with the other person and build that up, and through that you'll be able to achieve your goals rather than having to fight battles.
With materials from the Living Archive, established by the Rohr Family Foundation. Video collection preserved by Benjamin Federman in tribute to his parents.